Hi, I'm Chinese and today I'm going to teach you how to create your ThingLink. A ThingLink is really an app that connects objects in our physical environment, such as the solar system, to digital information about them. This interactive image tool provides users with the ability to turn any image into a multimedia launcher using tags. These tags enable you to embed videos, recorded audio, and the link to websites. To do so, let us create our ThingLink by actually creating an account. All right, so we can go to Google, type in ThingLink. All right, search for it. And what I want to do is to choose the one that is set for the teacher. It gives you added features. Click Start Now. Choose Google to sign in with your MOE School's email account. The moment the dialog box opens, you're going to click on your MOE School account. All right, here we go. You're going to give ThingLink now access to this account by clicking Allow. All right, so the moment the next dialog Allow. Now, the next thing that you will see is that it's going to bring up the ThingLink dashboard. You're going to be in your ThingLink account. Now, mine will be populated because I started using mine. So now we're in. So let's go. So let us explore quickly. Here we have our ThingLink account, and we have the content. We have the 360-degree library, which also have backgrounds or canvases that we can use, which are actually professionally made images that we can actually use. Let us go back to our content. All right, you can upgrade. All right, why would you need to upgrade? For one reason is that in the free account you don't have access to use the folders, so you could upgrade to have access to use, or everything will be displayed as is. Let's just quickly create a ThingLink. To create a ThingLink, you choose one of the canvases that are given. All right, so you can either use an image, a floor plan, you can use a video. All right, so we're going to work with the image today. So let us quickly click image, click continue. All right, we have the option to upload our image from our computer, from our drive, and from any of these. So I click, I'm going to my computer to actually upload the pre-selected background that I have. All right, here I go, scroll down, choosing this one. All right, so let's go. All right, so I select my image, click continue. All right, so I'm choosing the image that I want. All right, so now I have my canvas. But before I can actually add any tag to it, the first thing I need to do is introduce it to this ribbon. We have the edit icon, followed by the privacy setting. We have rename. We have our folder, which you don't have access to at this time, statistics. We have also the clone. We have also replace our background. So we can replace this background if we don't want it. Even after we have created, we can replace it. All right, we have the option to share. So let us edit and add our tags. All right, the moment you edit, it gives you the opportunity to add tags. All right, and the settings that you can actually adjust. All right, so here are the settings that can be adjusted. All right, click done, and then you're done when you're finished. So we're going to create our first tag. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is introduce my students to my lesson. All right, so therefore I'm going to add a text and media tag. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is to type the title, which is welcome. Then I'm going to give it a description. So it's welcome to our social studies lesson on the solar system. Today, you will start your exploration on of our solar system and galaxy. All right, colon, Milky Way. All right, so this is a little bit boring. So you can add URL or you can add an image. So I'm going to add an image. I have this pre-selected image, so I'm just gonna scroll down and choose my image. All right, so here we go. So here's my image coming up, all right. So this is beautiful. All right, I could add some audio, but the audio must be pre-recorded for me to just upload it, just as though I've uploaded my video, my image, sorry. Over to the right, you will see that we have an icon with a book and a speaker, and this is your immersive reader. Click on it. It allows the reader to be read to. So if you click on each word, the immersive reader will actually read after you click on the speaker the word to the child. Welcome. Also, over here we have the reading preferences. So just run through quickly. You have the option to show one line, especially for students that are dyslexic. Multiple lines. You have the picture dictionary. So if I click on one of the words, it actually brings up a picture for them to be able to understand what the words mean. You can change the language. You have the option also to use it for language arts and for reading. So you can, in terms of highlight all the nouns. All right, highlight all the verbs, and you can go on as you so desire. It also, and you can also syllabicate the words. All right, isn't that awesome? All right, the next thing that we can do is that we can change the font style. So we can change the background, the theme, all right, to make it pop like that. Change it to a particular font that you like, and all of these are features that you can utilize. All right, let us get into now. This ThingLink is not complete, so we'll have to just click done, and then it will be completed. All right, but observe default icon is there, so I'll have to go back. So I'll have to double click on this, go back. I have to choose the icon that I want to represent. It's a message, so I'm going to choose a tweet. All right, so I click done. Now my ThingLink is ready, and I can add it to my document. So we have completed the first one just like this one, right? So let's go over again. Next, we want to add an element. Now my students need to now start to interact with the material. So I want them to actually enjoy the lesson. So I'm going to put in an engagement activity for them to do. All right, so the engagement activity is really a cartoon, which is they're actually exploring the solar system. So all I need to do is copy the link from YouTube and I add it to the section for the URL. I'm going to choose, because the video, I'm going to choose a camera, choose a color that I like. All right, then I click done. This is also finished, so I can add it here. I'm going to go back. All right, the cartoon has started. All right, so I am going to stop it. All right, and we'll progress with our activity. So now we're there. We now need for them to actually immerse themselves into the vocabulary. So I created a Quizlet. So what I found out with Quizlet now, that if you use a share link, it will not be added. It is not being added to ThingLink. So what you'll have to use is the embedded code. All right, so instance, when it's not working, when you notice that it's not actually accepting the share code or the URL, please go. So here you'd have find this, the share code would have been here. All right, but instead you can go over right here and you can actually, all right, so here we'll have the share code you could have copied. All right, so you go here and you find the embedded code. All right, so I'll have to scroll a little bit for you to see. All right, let's go here. And you click on it, you click copy for the, and then you jump back over to our ThingLink. Choose a tag. All right, and we're going to add it in. All right. So here we go. All right, so right click, paste, choose a tab. All right, because it's a game, all right, I'm going to choose a game icon. All right, it should be coming up momentarily for you to see. All right, it's ready for us to use. So we can click done, and then I can put it in place. All right, awesome. Now I'm going to move on. Now I want my students to actually, I could add a tag for them to actually learn out. Like for the sun, it is not labeled like the other bodies that are in the solar system. So I'm going to tag the sun. So I click on tag and I put sun, put a little information, star at the center of our galaxy, our solar system. Solar system is correct. At the center of our solar system. Put that in capital. All right, awesome. Now I need to choose an icon. I'm going to choose this one because I'm just adding some information, a tag, all right, for them to actually know what this one is. And I can add it to all of these just to describe what all the planets are in a short word. What that does something specific, just like how I've done. So here I have Venus is the hottest planet. Here Jupiter is the largest planet. Neptune is the furthest planet. So you can add these. But do you want to add information now for your students to explore? So what you'll have to go in and you'll have to create now another tag for them to actually explore. I use spacefacts.com for me to get information for my students. All right, so I go in and I'm going to copy the tag, the URL. All right, so I go over and I'm going to paste it now. Okay, choose my icon. The icon that I'm going to use is the I for information. All right, waiting for it to load. Awesome. All right, so I click. Here my word is good to go. So I put it in right here, and I will do it for all of the planets. So I'll go back to spacefacts.com and then spacefacts. All right, so now what we're going to do is that we're going to add another tag because we want our students to get an activity or two to do. So I'm just going to add pre-selected live worksheet activity. I'm just going to copy out the code and the link, and I'm just going to add it to our, all right, ThingLink. All right, so here we go. So I went over, I pre-selected, or I often make my live worksheets, but I don't need to reinvent the wheel. So therefore, what I'm simply doing is that I am just copying and pasting the link for a worksheet that is awesome. And I went through it. I think that it covers everything that I want my students to know. All right, and because the worksheet, I'm going to choose the icon like a book. All right, so here we go. Color that I prefer, yellow in this time. All right, so if you notice, I can scroll through. See there. All right, okay, it's loading. So we actually see it comes up. It's about the solar system. All right, so I add it here. Bring it up. All right, so I have one more to make now. I want to add a research for my students to do. All right, so I'm just going to add a new tag. I'm going to go over to my drive. I'm going to select the research activity that I created. I created it in Canvas. I uploaded it to my drive so I could have easier access to it. So I'm just going to go over. I'm going to share it so that I can get the access to this document. All right, document is still loading, waiting on it. All right, so all right, come again. Let us try again so I can get it here. I think it's because it is still loading. One more time. Awesome, it comes up this time. All right, so it will open the dialog box and ensure that you convert it to view so that viewer, so that anyone that has the link that you're gonna paste in now will actually be able to view what you have actually written. All right, I've created for your student to use. So here we go. All right, so I'm copying the link. All right, so I go back, I went down, I click change, and I changed it to view. All right, anyone can view. All right, so here is it. Everyone can view, and then I'm copying the link quickly. Bring it down, I go from back over to my link. All right, this only works well in text and media, so I'm going to use the text and media option. All right, from a tag, I'm going to choose a tag that I need because a question. All right, so an activity, and so I'm going to choose in terms of a question. All right, let me use green since that's the other that taken. And then I'm going to add the information. So this is a research presentation. All right, and you notice that I have a button down there. I am going to actually change my button to depict the information that I want presented in this particular tag. All right, so first thing I write my title: research presentation. All right, awesome. My description is that I'm just gonna give them a little information work in groups. Ooh, of 3 and make a presentation to the class on a planet of your choice. Using, all right, any media, because my students have been introduced to different media, so I want them to use any media that they want. All right, so I notice that my button is just saying drive, all right, .com. All right, so I don't want that. I want them to actually click on research project. So I'm gonna write research project on the tab. All right, so when they click it, they will actually see the research project assignment. Awesome. All right, so I've chosen my icon. I've entered the information. If I wanted, I could add a picture. I could add my audio. All right, so here we go. Click done. It has been created. All right, so we have created all of our tags unless you want to do a tour. All right, to do a virtual tour, we could actually click on create a tour. It's going to ask us to choose an image. In this case, if I'm doing a tour, I would normally start with with Mercury, and if I'm Mercury, I put it in. All right, so then you add a text. All right, let's start our tour. Or of the let's go the of our galaxy. All right, so just to have, let's start our tour, because it only allows us to write 100 words, so and that's it, a few words. So all right, so now I have my image. I can choose my icon because we're moving from one thing to the other, so I'm going to choose a directional icon like the yellow, or it pops. All right, so I've chosen that. I'm going to click done. All right, the moment you click done, it is created. All right, so when I hover over it, let's start our tour. All right, so when I click on it now, like that, I can see. All right, I could have actually added a transitional question, so it actually allows me now to actually what? Add a question from before, if I want the student to do a question before they actually go on the tour. All right, it allows me now to add a tag to that, so I can now add a tag to it. So I'm going to now insert a website. It talks about Mercury, and then I'm going to add a further tag that adds some additional information. So let's go over. All right, I'm going to go to National Geography. I'm going to pick up some information about and this is a video now. All right, so let me select Mercury. Now, all of this information, I'm just securing information for my students. It allows them to have safe spaces where they can actually get the information. They don't have to go hunting for the information because it's all here. All right, so I'm maintaining my same icon, just moving forward. All right, great. Done. All right, so now that we have all the tags that we need, all right, including our tag for our tour, which you can move. All right, so when you're finished creating it, you will have your all your tags in, and your thing link will look just like mine. Or you can create it any, or as I said, you can also add your own icons. All right, so you can actually add, it allows you to create your own icons and add them in, add your own pictures, add audio to give more life to it. So when you've completed it, you will have for example, this is already at the start of the tour. So here we have Mercury. You can actually click on it and you actually see a video about Mercury. You advance and it takes you over to Venus. Then you also can watch a video about Venus, and then you click again and it takes you to Earth. And then you can watch a video about Earth, and it continues on the tour. All right, so let me just exit this and go back to our main screen. So that's how you actually set up your tingling for your tour. All right, or you could use a 360-degree video or a VR video. All right, so any of those softwares that you can actually use to give the students a walk through the entire solar system. If you continue click, it's gonna lead to actually you seeing the Milky Way and the presentation of the Milky Way. All right, so this thing link is complete, and what you would have done is you would have tried to be automatically saved. You are going to share it out, so you choose how you're going to choose. Are you going to use embedded media? And this works well, all right, when you're going to embed it in your website. So you just click up and take this over and you paste it in your website, and you're good to go. All right, I hope you learned a lot. God bless you.